All right, welcome to our third step, our third week. We are talking about the self healing method. If you haven't watched it the first week or the second week, I recommend you to go back to the first and the second week before you watch this one. It's better if you watch at least the first one so you have an overview of the project and understand how it works. I already posted here the link to the PowerPoint that I'm going to be following, so you are able to go and check it if you want. This self-healing method is also presented in Portuguese. So if you don't speak English fluently, or you prefer, or you want to share, or you prefer in Portuguese, or you want to share with somebody who speaks Portuguese, go ahead and look the other videos that I have. It should be in the playlist, all videos together under the called self-healing method. It will be called, the Portuguese one is going to be called Método de Autocura. So we're going to start. The first and most important thing to think about when we're doing this is a project based on the book Plenitude by Joanna de Angelis. This is not any type of replacement for medical treatment. So this is an additional support to help you grow and help you overcome your challenges. So if you're doing any treatment or any kind of counseling therapy, make sure you continue. And if you need those services and you don't have, make sure you seek medical treatment. So this week, it's going to be step 3. It's called Care for Physical Body. The first week was improved thinking. The second week was tune with a greater power. And now we're going to be talking about the importance of caring for your physical body. So if you're fighting yourself for illness, or if you're caring for someone, because sometimes when you're caring for someone who's you also have a lot on your shoulders, you must make sure you keep your body, your mind aligned with your self-healing. So you have to care for yourself, your physical body, your mind, and your spirit too, in order to be able to continue fighting for your healing. So the first thing I will tell you, something for you to watch, it's self-sabotage. So sabotage, it's really when people create problems that interfere with their goals. And that could have several reasons. So some of the most common ways of people can self-sabotage is through behaviors like procrastination. You have things that you need to do and you keep waiting, and not doing it. Or for example, self-medicating. You don't go see a doctor and you're in pain, you go and you just find medication for your pain, or you use other types of drugs such as alcohol, or sleeping pills, or you eat. And I have to be honest with you, I like eating a lot. When I'm stressed out, I tend to overeat. So this is a type of self-sabotaging that I'm doing to myself, and really doesn't help my healing, right? Some other people may do self-injuries. So make sure you catch yourself in the process and you avoid some of the major uh, issues. So to give you some ideas, I brought up like 11 different types. So because it may not be conscious, you may not be doing those things consciously. So for example, one of the things you can have is like you have this fear of success. When success comes to you and you're scared, you're not sure, and I'm afraid that I'm not gonna be able to do it, and then you start creating issues in order to really stop your success. Another way that you can sabotage yourself is through dwelling into too many options. Oh, I have this option, should I do this, should I do that? And you keep thinking of all those options and you don't make a decision. You also may not take the situation seriously. For example, oh, I have this issue. Oh, I'll be fine. I'm not going to worry about it. And yeah, nothing is going to happen. I'm not going to check this. I had somebody very dear to my heart who he passed away about 20 22 years ago, about 22 years ago. And I remember we used to work together, and I saw him with this bump growing in his neck. And I'm like, you need to go to a doctor to see. Oh, I'm fine. This is nothing. And I kept telling him, and it took him a while to go to see a doctor. He was really not taking a situation seriously. And when he actually went to see the doctor, he found out he had cancer, and he passed in within a month or so after that. If he had found out about the problem earlier, he might had longer life here. But because he was procrastinating and not doing anything, unfortunately, he ended up not living a lot longer. Another way you can self-sabotage is to allowing other people to monopolize your time. Right? So they are doing several things, and you're helping others, and you are caring for everybody, you are doing extra business, and you're not caring for yourself. No, make sure you avoid to work hard in favor of trivial things, right? So you have so many things to do, you have this day, they're so busy, and you're not caring for yourself. So you're creating excuses and not to focus on the problem, your physical problem. Something else you could do, it's kind of keep telling you negative stories, such as, no matter what I do, nothing's gonna help me. I deserve this. I've done terrible things in life, so probably I'm being punished by God. Or just stop telling you negative stories. Go back to the first week where I talk about thinking and how to replace your negative thinking with positive thinking. So make sure you go back and then think about positive things that can help you, instead keeping these negative stories in your mind over and over again. Also, make sure you have enough sleep. Sometimes people who are self-sabotaging, they may be watching their phone or Facebook or any other social media for a while, and don't have enough sleep, or they don't plan to spend time doing the things that they like in order to really heal. So those are some of the things you may do. So be aware of it and be watching for the possible ways that you could be self-sabotaging your self-healing. Now, it's very important that you take care of yourself as a dedicated, disciplined, and rigorous nurse will take care of yourself. So imagine if you're in a hospital, what would happen? You would have a food that is specific, dedicated to you. Right? They're going to have a nutritionist looking what is the best breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're gonna have a nurse remind you that you need to, bath or do your hygiene daily. You will have enough rest. So all those things, make sure you are your best advocate. You are the nurse that is dedicated, extremely disciplined, and rigorous with you, because you are the one who can really help your success. Your healing is right here in your hands, nobody else's hands, not even the doctor's hands. Doctors are tools. They are there to help you, but it's your responsibility, your self-healing. Now, some of the things during this process that you can create, like rituals to help you with your self-healing, particularly for your physical body. So you can do some stretching. We'll talk about on week 1 meditate or do some journaling. So you're going to keep doing this week. Breathing techniques, muscle relaxation techniques. For example, you also, when you shower, you use a soap that you like the smell, some lotion, you make sure you drink plenty of water. So there are many things. Listen to music, healthy food, exercise, and obviously make sure before you take any extra step, particularly related to exercise, that you talk to your doctor to see what is the level of exercise that you are okay doing, because some people may not be able to exercise. But for example, if your doctor says, yes, you cannot run, you can walk, take a little walk instead of spending several hours in front of the TV just watching different channels or negative things. So the first thing you're going to do this week, so I'm going to give you a few steps. The first one is going to be care for your food. When you're really working on your physical body, you need to watch what you're eating. So having miojo or noodles, for example, I love noodles every day, that is not a healthy habit, right? So you want to have a plate that is filled with vegetables and all different kind of nutritious food. There again, you want to talk to a nutritionist to find out what is the best diet for you and for whatever healing needs you have. And follow the recommendations. We eat at the right time. When you, for example, at the hospital, you would have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and some snacks at specific time. So don't stay a lot of time, long time without eating. Make sure you drink a lot of water, a lot of fluids. And also, if possible, talking to your doctor, include something that you enjoy in your diet. Of course, with moderation, particularly if you like it's something that is not good for you, but give yourself some pleasure during this time, right? So you need to enjoy your life. So talk to your doctor and find out when you can have a little bit of the food that you enjoy. And make sure when you eat, you are eating while you're having positive thoughts. So you're not going to be on your cell phone or watching TV or talking negative things. That time is sacred. Your lunch, your dinner is a sacred time where you're going to stop. You're going to be grateful for the food you're receiving. That's food that's nourishing your body. And you're going to be present at that moment. And you will have positive thoughts and think about how that food is really going to all your cells, every part of your body, and it's nourishing you. It's making you feel better. So while you're eating, you will really focus on your healing. So the next thing you will do is care for your body. You will care for your hygiene. So you want to make sure you have, regular showers or baths. You're not going to be, a whole month without taking a shower. So also use pleasant smells, things that make you feel happy. Give yourself some massage while you shower if you can, or if you're bathing, and then finish your hygiene time with a smile. Smile to yourself. You can look in the mirror if you have one and smile. Be grateful. And you need to practice this every day. You finish your hygiene, you look at yourself in the mirror and you smile. And if you're not looking in the mirror, you just smile. Feel grateful for that opportunity. The next one will be care for your mind. The mind is an important part of the process. You have to identify positive activities that make you feel good. Right? You're not going to spend most of your time sitting in front of the TV watching whatever you're watching on TV. You will find places to visit if you can. Maybe you will watch a movie, a comedy, or something that is inspiring. You will watch a play. If you are still able to walk, you can go to the theater. But keep in mind, you will do things, positive activities that make you feel good. You also can, other ways to help with caring for your mind is through meditation, maybe reading a book, doing some crafts. And then you can always look online and do small things. This week I was watching a video about how to create sculptures using, the little cone from the toilet paper. And I was like, wow, and they look really good. So why not? So look on YouTube and find some videos that can help you kind of get your mind out of your problems and doing some crafts. Make sure you keep things organized. Your closet, your documents, those things will help you feel better too. Some gardening, if it is summer and it's nice no outside, because here in Chicago, for instance, we can't do any gardening during some specific times of the year because we are under snow and really cold. I don't know where you're at, what is the temperature, but do some gardening. I love plants here, right here in the back. Even though my plants are now all outside, I have several plants. And in the morning, I water my plants and I talk to them. I tell them how grateful I am for having them as part of my life. And I feel like they talk back to me, and I feel great. If you can't sing, do some dancing, listen to some music. So do things to get your mind, in a good place. Also, make sure you plan good days. Let's say today you are in bed, you cannot go anywhere. You are in pain, you are not feeling well. Think about when you're feeling better, where you're going. So plan for the good days. Identify possible things you could do and plan for those fun activities, right? You write it down, things that you want to do in the future if you cannot do at that moment. Finally, the last step for this week will be ask what you can learn from the situation that you are living. And I touched a little bit on that last week when we talk about the language of responsibility between a victim and a creator. Right? A victim, it's they're complaining about everything and feeling like I am of this poor thing, they're going through this miserable experience. A creator looks the problem and think about how can I improve or grow from this experience. So this week you're gonna focus on ask yourself what you can learn from this experience. Ask what this illness, what this disease can teach you. Because everything, I do believe, if you believe in a higher power, if you believe in the unconditional loving God, it must have a reason why you are going through this. It's not just punishment. It's a teaching moment, because even when you are punishing your children for something they did wrong, you are doing so because you want them to learn something. So the faster you learn something, the less likely you need to be experiencing that for too long. So ask yourself every day, practice that. Wonder, get your mind to wonder what I can learn from this experience. Could I be patient? You need to learn how to be more patient, more humble, love more, have more resignation, more tolerance, more confidence, more balance, more courage. Whatever it is, you stop and think. Take a few minutes of your day every day to ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? So this is the teachings for this week. I'm going to go and tell you a little overall, a little summary of what we talk about today. So first, keep your body and mind nourished, right? Stop self-sabotaging. Be rigorous as a nurse would be if you were in a hospital. So make sure you are very disciplined caring for yourself. Plan how you're going to care. Create daily rituals where you are going to go through every of those caring steps of self-hygiene, eating health food, finding your balance, finding your happiness, having positive thoughts. Plan for good days. Even if today you can't do something, plan for the day that you can. And finally, ask yourself, what can you learn from this experience? Just reminding a little bit of the steps we've been having since the first week, and I want you to continue doing most of them. You are going to continue working on your individual projects. If you don't know, go back to the first go back to your first week and you will learn what your individual project is. Meditate or pray regularly every day. Do your journaling of positive thinking. Have strong positive connections with people every day. You're going to pick one person and you're going to have a positive connection. Practicing, tuning, and listening to the power, to the strong power every day. You're going to practice that. And finally, create a plan to care for your physical body and your mind. I'm very grateful you're here with me today. Below, I will add the links where you can get more resources and where you can find the PowerPoint for this video. I also ask you, if you want to keep receiving information about this project or being alerted by this video, go ahead and subscribe. And I hope to see you next week and have a very happy and successful healing. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.